Another year is here, which means another year of waiver wire checking, last second trade proposals, a lot of trash talking. Fantasy football is back. This will be the fifth year of the league. Thank you for having all you guys back on board. For those that have been around with the league for the last 5 years, you are who are able to keep this going. We're going to recap the draft. We'll look at everybody's records over the last 5 years and the whole duration of this fantasy football league. And then as well, we'll take a look at who were the preseason favorites as the votes have been tallied. We'll start with the East as Cody Black is leading the Super Saiyans back. He won last year, and he's also the winningest owner in the league over the league's history. Cody started off drafting A.J. Green, and no surprise, he drafted Beast Mode. He's big hyped on Marshawn Lynch, and you drafted him in the second round. And as always, what a Cody Black team has is very good tight ends. And he was able to get Greg Olsen and Tyler Eifert at picks number 30 and number 90. So Cody Black never has poor tight ends, always has the best tight ends. So in case you want a good tight end, you're going to have to go head up Mr. Black. We'll look at the Chicago Jayhawks, and typical Dylan Sherwood pick, Drew Brees, right off the back in the first round. Typically don't like to go quarterbacks early, but don't tell that to Dylan Sherwood as he drafted Drew Brees. But then he got really smart with it. He went with Gronkowski, which is usually a pick by Cody Black, but he was able to steal him away from him. But he has some surprise picks. He likes the Chiefs, Tyreek Hill, Spencer Ware, and the Chiefs defense. So if the Chiefs do well, looks like Dylan's going to do well. If the Chiefs do bad, looks like Dylan's going to do bad. And we got a new team, Team Hernandez. I think they're going to need some work on the team name. Not very creative, one of the least creative team names in the league, but we welcome her to the league. She went with LaShawn McCoy, a strong first-round pick. Michael Crabtree at pick number 16. And then a nice pick with Dak Prescott coming in his second year to head the team. So good luck to Brenda on her first year here in the league. And now here's a oldie to the league, the Akron LeBrons, owned by Evan, as he comes in, as he drafts pretty boy Tom Brady right off the bat with that pick number 9. And then you got Devontae Freeman and Leonard Fournette, two strong running backs to go along with him. And one weak spot in the LeBrons are the wide receivers, as he has the season projections. He has the weakest wide receivers in the league. So we'll see if the LeBrons will have the championship hoisting LeBrons, or if they will be the crying sad face LeBrons heading into this year. And now that leaves us with the last team to be named here in the East Division, and that is the preseason favorite, which the name, another very, very creative name, Jack Me Off. I can't believe I had to say that. She went with Jordy Nelson, a Packer fan, going with Jordy Nelson at the third pick, and she was able to get Jordan Howard at the running back position with pick number 18, and going with a fantasy legend, as he's always good at the fantasy football, is Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. So if Jordan Howard can hang on to the ball, she also was able to draft Carlos Hyde at the running back position. So if those two running backs can stay healthy and hang on to the ball, Jack Me Off is going to have a very, very good season. So now let's move on to the west side, and let's look with the Dino Crocs with Joe Ortner. He had the first pick in this year's draft, and he went with Antonio Brown. And then he backed it up with two solid running backs with Todd Gurley and Melvin Gordon. So he hit the home run with the running backs. He's probably got some of the strongest running backs in the league. The Dino Crocs, who have not made the playoffs since year one, are going to be looking to turn things around. Dilemmas, led by Peter Law, they had the second pick, and they went with Le'Veon Bell. And then a typical Peter Law pick, because Dez Bryant, he seems to have a man crush on Dez Bryant. And he went with T.Y. Hilton as well, so he's got some strong running backs, Travis Kelce and Javaris Landry, was a very good pickup for the Limitless as well, who look to be heading towards the playoffs for the third straight season. Now, a fairly new team to the league, the Tiny Raindrops, started things off. Somehow Julio Jones fell to the 7th pick, and Aaron Wandra was able to pick him up. And then, sticking with the Packers theme that he always does, he picks up Aaron Rodgers with his 2nd pick in the 2nd round. And went with another Packer and Ty Montgomery at pick number 54, but he's going to be relying on rookie running back Christian McCaffrey over there with the Carolina Panther at pick number 27. Is where he picked him in, and you supplement Cooks in. He's got a good base for his starting rotation, a good base at wide receiver as well. Does the Tiny Raindrops. Now we move on to the Black Crows, and the Black Crows are a very Garrett-esque team, loaded up on the wide receivers and get a gunslinger. He was able to get OBJ and Michael Thomas as well as Golden Tate at the wide receiver position. He pulled in a gunslinger in Derek Carr, and that's how he likes to manage his team. You look at DeMarco Murray as well at the running back position, but he will be looking to rely on rookie running back from Cincinnati to help out his team moving forward. And now we're going to look at the Western Division favorite, and that is the Atlanta Corn Jerkers and John Johnson, who has had some bad luck with injuries lately. He has not made it to the championship game since the first year of the league, which was the team that I drafted for him, and he still has not been able to win since then. But he's got a good team this year. Somehow David Johnson fell to him at the 4th pick. He picked up Mike Evans and Amari Cooper at wide receiver. Took a risk taking Ezekiel Elliott. If he comes off suspension early or on time, he's going to have a very, very tough team to deal with. He picked up Marcus Mariota at pick number 77. So once Zeke returns, he's going to have a very, very strong team. He's the best team by the season projections, according to ESPN Fantasy. So that's a quick rundown on how the draft went. Congratulations to our preseason favorites, Jack Me Off and the Corn Jerkers. But one bit of information that should be said, the preseason favorites have never won the division, and they have always struggled to make the playoffs. We'll end this first podcast of the season by looking at the commissioner records over the years of the league, and best of luck to everybody.